I did what you wished. But now... Forgive me, my lord.
Cyanide! No!
I don't feel a pulse. Is she dead?
Yes.
Is this part of the plan?
No.
What do you think of it? Butler sent them down this morning for immediate use, they said. So, what do you think of the new weapons?
Keep your eyes on the road and slow down.
Look, I just...
On the road. Put the siren on.
What's in that lot over there? The orange light? Should we...
Keep driving. We have a call. Robbery and the murder of a cabbie. Drugstore on 5th. Step on it.
Did you see that? On the top of the building.
Hex sign. More witch kid vandalism.
It's going to be a long Halloween. So, what do you think of the new guns? Nice and subtle for me.
Shut up, McElveen.
What was that?
Careful. Already have men down.
Look, this is way out of our patrol area. Why would we get this call?
Ask the central computer. Now come on, we need to survey inside. Security guard, damn.
Shouldn't we...
I'm calling the shots. Come on, further in.
Look, this place is empty.
No, not empty. Come on, we have to make sure they're alright.
Mancuso, that's a body.
Right, you two, don't move. Step away from the body. NYPD.
Right on cue.
What's so special about that poster, lady?
Just admiring the artwork.
Nice, eh? That's Jack's blood. The pumpkin-headed one? It's who my kid wants to be when he grows up.
Bloody hell. Kids.
Foreigners, eh?
There's something I'd like you to see.
Take it nice and easy.
That's an interesting weapon.
No, blow your interesting ass into the next street. Now back away, please.
The upper cylinder is obviously the muzzle and a cooling unit. Now, what about the other cylinder? Control system? Have you wondered about that?
Control and scanning.
There's something I really think you should see.
Breen, take the young lady. I'll question this guy.
Right. Ma'am?
Coming, officer.
Alright, you. Turn around and spread your arms. I'm going to do a body search. While I do it, you read your rights off this card. Do you read Spanish, Portuguese, English, Chinese, Gujarati, or Patios?
Yes.
Alright, I know you're back here. Come out with your hands up. Alright, step out with your hands up. I see the light over there. Damn hovercrafts. Stop or I'll fire. Alright, time to turn back.
Great Breen, losing a suspect? Mancuso? Not Mancuso. Damn. I've got this all figured. Or maybe not.
Breen, stay down!
What do you think I'm doing?
What is this? I'm not this good at shooting.
Nice reflexes.
They're not mine. They came from a loading bay out back. Stacks of bottles.
On motorcycles. How the hell do they expect to carry this stuff when on bike?
They used to have a hovercraft.
What happened to that?
It's up there in the tunnel, creating an obstruction. Where's the girl?
About her.
Don't tell me she got away.
No.
Then where? Oh.
Don't mind me. I like being tied up while other people fire guns.
You're getting nervous, Mulwray. Nothing will go wrong now.
How can I stay calm? We should have left an hour ago.
Biostock is sending up a new acquisition.
What can be so important?
Here it is now. Vincent Wheaton.
So this boy is why we've been waiting to leave? Interesting find.
Help me with this.
If they're pressed for space, I can fly out later. I've got loads of desk work to catch up on.
Mulwray.
So long as it's okay with you, of course.
Just get in.
Never going to not be bumpy, these things.
You'll get changed. I have to make a call.
And Maria O'Hara, the love of my life. I'm sorry you had to find out the way you did. But you must have suspected. All the research has been heading in this direction. And now we're almost ready to get started. Aren't you going to drink? Answer getting to your glass. Alright. I know how you feel. I know your side of the argument. In fact, I can probably put your own case better than you can. You might look at this flower and you might see something of beauty. Perhaps you'd be moved by it. I know I'm moved by it. But when we look at this flower, we see different things. I see the end process of millions of years of evolution in action. Life replicating itself, changing, taking new shapes. And the thing I'm doing, that project down the slope, that's the end product of the same processes. That is evolution too. It's no different than the colors and form of this flower. You see, we stand at the threshold of a new age. Industrialization has had a massive impact on our planet. Our machines have brought us many boons, but you might argue that they are also destroying the natural world. You might say that degradation of the ecosphere is reaching crisis proportions. That if we don't take action now, there will be no turning back. And you'd be right. But there's something you don't understand. The machines that are polluting our world are built by human beings. Human beings who have evolved on this planet. Our species has stopped evolving physically, but not mentally. Our minds keep on developing, and our machines are the creations of our minds. They are the next stage of our evolution. We don't need the natural world anymore. It doesn't matter if the flowers and trees and animals all die. It doesn't matter if we fill the sky and sea with poison, because none of these things can harm a world populated with machines. And our minds now have the skills to lift themselves out of our bodies and place themselves into those machines. Down there we're building the first outpost of a new world. A deep bunker with generators that will last forever. Maintenance machines that can repair the generators and repair themselves as well. We will fill that bunker with computers, and we will fill those computers with people. Minds that can live forever in the memories of those computers. And that's just the beginning. Soon we'll be building sites like this all over the world, and they are the blossoming of evolution, just as surely as these flowers are. What hurts is that you look at me as if I'm some kind of a monster. I'm not saying this will be just the salvation of the super rich few. They will be the first beneficiaries, certainly. But eventually, we intend to offer this salvation to everyone. The project is in its infancy, but we already have the first prototypes out in the field, where the technology will be shaped by market forces. It will evolve, and it will evolve quickly. The first human beings have already been saved from the poisoned world. We had 2 pilot tests, and they showed that the method worked. Then we took the mind of an ordinary policeman and transformed it. And now our son has volunteered to be a part of this project. Right this minute he's down at that site, beginning his evolutionary journey. And you should be proud of him. You should be proud of me. I've offered him a new world. If you had just been a little more patient, a little more willing to listen, I could have offered it to you as well. As it stands, it's time to say goodbye, my dear.
Stephanie calling.
Of course. Stephanie? We're ready? Yes, I'm on my way. No, just taking care of some unfinished business. Severing ties with the past and all that.
Yes. Well, they're beginning on Patrick now, sir. Of course, sir.
Are they ready to proceed?
Yes. Patrick, are you ready?
Yes.
The straps aren't too tight?
No, Miss Stephanie.
Good. Now we can begin. Technicians, proceed.
Are you sure he shouldn't...
Let them proceed. Smart kid.
Yeah. Really smart.
He knows. Somehow, he knows.
Good night, Daddy.
me? I'll have to head back to New York. One more sweep of the cells.
Of course. More biostock.
Yes. You'll come with me, of course.
Of course.
Good. You're good to have around. Has anyone ever told you how old you look right now?
Losing track of the time. Come on, Professor.
Alright, you. I don't want any outbursts.
You're the one, right?
Sorry?
I'm from the committee. Actually, to tell you the truth, I am the committee. You're a good fighter. Sorry to lose you. I was going to give you a week, and then, if you held out, I was going to nominate you for the committee. That's the way it goes. Come on, we haven't got all day. He's beckoning you out. Listen the next time you're arrested. See if you can get them to put you back in this cell.
I'm not coming back.
Maybe not.
Come on, you. Haven't got all day.
Does this mean I'm free to go?
Not yet. Someone here to see you. In there.
Ah, you.
Hello, my name is Stephanie, and this is Mr. Mulwray.
Look, are you sure? The subconscious mind can respond with amazing speed.
You're talking about reflexes. I know what my own reflexes feel like.
It was a moment of extreme stress.
Peter said I didn't do anything. I was standing there in the drugstore, situation seemingly under control. I was trying to do a count in my head, working out if I'd dropped all of them. Then the gun swiveled. It moved on some kind of universal joint.
Oh, well, they never tell us exactly what to expect with the new weapon systems.
I thought you guys designed them.
Mostly we do, but sometimes we get government or company specifications, features they want tested.
Features they want us to test. When was the last time you guys fired a gun?
When was the last time you dismantled one? These things have been known to blow up when you take them apart. Greetings from the Pacific Basin, otherwise known as Research and Development.
Where's that noise coming from? Is it a gun?
Why don't you settle down? Read a book or something. That noise is the coder on the door lock, the side entrance down in the alley. Ignore it, it's just some wino punching numbers trying to get lucky. Here, come and see this.
What am I looking at?
That's special. It's powered all the time. It has its own long-life battery on the underside. The chips are just onboard memory for the system. The big one's the intelligence. They don't call it a smart gun for nothing. It reads out what's wrong, but the sound itself doesn't want to work. Here, read this.
MT? What the hell does MT mean?
It means no ammunition. The gun is empty.
Maybe you can examine the chip, tell me something about it.
Maybe.
I wouldn't mind some answers before I go off duty. I might be able to get some sleep if I know what I'm carrying on the street tomorrow. Peterson, can you keep your eyes off your screen? What is it?
This article from the math section. Not really my field. It's about the ozone holes and modeling their behavior. The big problem is predicting the movement in the atmosphere. See, they've got these equations. Basically, all you have to understand is that it's an impossible problem, and that man down there in the alley is solving it.
Bring him up.
Oh, not you.
Hello. Alright?
No, not really.
Good evening, officer.
Good evening. What are you doing with the prisoner?
This young lady has been released into our care. Come on now, time to go.
No thanks. This young lady has plans of her own.
This is ridiculous. We have custody of the girl and we are going. She is no longer under arrest.
Well, she seems to be off the charge list.
Then we will be going.
If she's free, then she's free to go without you.
Then, miss, if you need a place to stay while you're in town, just put this into any public phone and it will dial our number for you.
They must have read your medical records as soon as we logged you. The Butler Institute is very tight with service and I don't know how much they're paying you. I hope it's worth it.
Where are you off to now?
I'm supposed to find my partner.
So am I. You lead, I'll follow.
Well, there's no need for weapons. It's chaotic but patterned.
Of course.
Did you find the hovercraft? I thought you ought to know about it.
That was a really stupid move.
Not only was it illegally parked, but I also suspected it of being involved in the commission of a felony.
I can't remember if I gave you your rights.
I still got the card right here. There's a misspelling on it. I've taken the liberty of fixing it for you.
See, you've been talking to the doctor as well.
You!
Hello, Ace.
Who the hell let you in?
Someone called Breen. She'll see you tomorrow.
Your shift isn't over yet, is it? McElveen would never have done that.
Is he dead?
Well, in a manner of speaking, I've rigged up a sound interface. Right. Interface, who are you?
Does that mean what I think it means?
James Haynes McElveen.
Right, out of the way. Why the hell should I believe you?
I saved your ass.
Yeah, that works.
Help me.
Okay, don't worry, Jimmy. I'll do whatever it takes. What do you want?
Get even.
Okay, let's assume for a moment that I buy this. In that case, the people who did this to Jimmy are the same ones that shot him, right?
Right.
And you know where to find them?
In a place called the King Building.
You're talking about the Butler Institute.
BI has been doing some very interesting work. Neural networks, artificial intelligence.
Yeah, but I didn't know they were big on black magic.
Our minds are processes that run in our brains. A mind is an electrical and chemical pattern, and patterns can be transferred and copied.
The Butler Institute. I think I'm beginning to see this. Breen said that they use people for organ transplants, keeping rich people alive with poor people's bodies.
They've been doing that for years. Where have you been?
So if someone is found dead at the scene of a crime, like a drugstore on 5th Avenue,
the body goes to the Butler Institute.
And that's where they took Justine. I saw your face when she did it. You really did look angry. You said it wasn't part of the plan.
It wasn't. She took that pill far too soon.
We have to get somebody inside there.
You haven't been listening. Think we already have.
Whatever happened to the traditional greasy roller banknotes? You know, dear, it's just not the same doing a deal anymore. You young junkies these days, you just don't know what you're missing.
I'm not a junkie. I'm a soldier for cause.
Of course you are, dear. Now, what you looking at?
The policeman by the bar.
London's finest.
Has this place become a CID boozer or something?
Not as far as I know. That's a nice locket to hide it in. I know what you use those pills for, you know, you young people. All you goths and punks and crows. You use them for nice things like morgue parties.
Yes.
Beautiful, aren't they? Did you know the black and yellow colour combination is used in nature to signify a virulent poison?
Poisons are drugs. And drugs are poisons. It's just a matter of terminology.
Commendably suicidal attitude now. Let me tell you about this capsule. I like to think of it as what our American friends call a double-header. The first and most significant component is a synthetic variant on tetrodotoxin. Tetrodotoxin is a naturally occurring and highly potent neurotoxin. It's found in the pufferfish and the Japanese fugu. The method of operation of the substance is to block nerve signals by interfering with the sodium process through cells. Symptoms of tetrodotoxin poisoning include pulmonary edema, hypertension, cyanosis, hypothermia, respiratory distress, paralysis, and death. Sound good so far?
Of course.
It's a folk poison capable of pharmacologically inducing an apparent state of death. In Haiti, its sacramental use is central to the zombie phenomenon. You've heard of zombies? At any rate, you've seen the videos or warrant. The second component is a popular amphetamine derivative in a thick gelatin coating that takes several hours to dissolve in stomach acid. At the deepest part of the trance, the amphetamine kicks in and begins to bring you back up to consciousness. Imagine the surprise of the poor bloody morgue attendant when you come out of your trance on a trolley. Imagine your surprise if they've already locked you in a refrigerated cabinet with a limited air supply.
What's the amphetamine analogue called?
Billy Whiz. At least, that's what I like to call it. It really is a marvellous little drug. I'd say the dosage in one of those would be about someone with your body weight.
How come you know so much about this drug?
How come? Because I built it, dear.
And is it possible that there might be hallucinations as I come back to consciousness?
Certainly, vivid dream hallucinations.
And could they be partly pure fantasy and partly take the form of a flashback?
Do you mean like a Summer of Love style acid flashback? How sweetly nostalgic. Flashbacks were partly propaganda, of course. Take a tab of acid at the student union fresh as hope, and 10 years later you crash head on into a semi while you're driving your family to church. But they do sometimes occur. The human mind is a strange and dangerous place, as I'm sure you've discovered, dear.
For instance, I might seem to be reliving some episode from my recent past with some weird shit thrown in, like a policeman doing a striptease and a lizard barman.
Absolutely.
Like the time I went to Notting Hill and went into a pub and scored a drug.
The hallucination could adopt any sort of delusional architecture, so yeah, why not? And nice cock.
Cock?
The roosters in the street outside, dear.
And I could be explaining something to myself in my head, like a dream where you're telling yourself you're asleep.
Yes, dear. You might even have a person in it who seemed absolutely real. And that person might just be a construct made from memories of someone you met.
Telling me it's a dream.
Well, they might not actually come out and say it, dear.
You've been a great help. Thanks.
You should listen to me, dear. I am, if you like, the voice of your conscience. You are probably close to waking up, and there are things you must remember.
I know. I'm beginning to remember some of them. Like Vincent. He's the reason I'm here. I like all sorts of stupid things about Vincent. The way he talks and the way his mouth looks when he smiles. And I like the fact that he's got powers. It's like he has a demon inside him.
That's nice, dear.
I want to get rid of that crap haircut of his and teach him things. Teach him not to say any of those stupid American things. Get him to dress nicely, go to the pub with him, show him off to people and, maybe use that demon in him a bit. I guess I really like him a lot. That's why I took that capsule in the drugstore. It was supposed to make me look like I was dead, and then I was supposed to be picked up by a medical team. It's a bit like a morgue party. They take me somewhere and I wake up inside when they least expect it. Except I'm going inside a place called the King Building. That's where they took Vincent. It's all a part of the doctor's plan.
But the point is they didn't keep Vincent there, and don't talk to me about the doctor's plan. You didn't even wait until you were properly briefed.
I'm supposed to wake up inside the King Building and let the others in.
But you couldn't wait for the proper time, could you, you stupid girl?
Am I coming out of the drug now?
Certainly hope so. Good. You're awake.
Ace. Who's that dude in the corner?
He was down on 51st floor when their equipment blew the whistle on you. Unfortunately, that drug still leaves detectable brain activity.
What happened?
They detected it, so Christian brought you up here. If the biostock isn't dead, he gets first dibs, apparently.
Thank you. Have you got Vincent with you?
No. It's the doctor and a couple of cops.
I've just had a dream about very strange and sexual policemen.
You ain't seen nothing yet. This terminal has one of the doctor's little gadgets in it.
En roof with helicopter.
How do we get up there?
Elevator coming up.
Come on.
Which one is ours?
I've got a friend who can play this place like an arcade game. All of them are ours. Are you coming or what? Ready to go?
Can you fly this?
Well, no.
Neither can I, but I know someone who can.
This place is massive.
Wider at the mouth, but not as long, of course. It's essentially a large bunker built to protect the machinery inside. You can say it's just one vast computer built into the mountain.
They've got Vincent here.
Alright, we'll take the boy this way.
Justine, they know everything. They know we're here to destroy the project. And they know how we are planning to do it. Stephanie says that if you come any closer, she'll shoot you. She'll shoot me if she has to. And she knows what will happen if we touch.
What do we do?
Don't do anything now. If we get a chance, we have to try to bring Justine and Vincent into contact. Now quiet. They're going into that office. Let's see if we can hear anything.
It's alright, Stephanie. I'll look after them. You go and get some security personnel.
Right.
Now, Mulwray, invite our guests in.
Right, sir.
Ah, Mr. O'Hara, I presume? You know our plans?
I understand the general concept. This girl and this boy, they're like a bomb made up of an explosive and a detonator. The boy has a unique power. What is it that makes the girl so special?
Well, why don't you ask her?
Alright, what is it that you have, girl?
It's a bit hard to explain. Let Vincent come over here, and I'll show you.
I don't think so.
Mancuso, now!
Missed me!
Vincent!
Justine!
No! What are you doing?
Hold me close, and we'll never be alone again.
Couldn't bear the thought of losing you again. I love you.
You didn't think it would be that easy, did you?
Vincent, run!
Oh, I don't think so, Doctor. I'll be taking Vincent here on a little trip.
Contact.
No! No! What is this? Cold. So cold. Why will I die? Mom, Dad, why do I have to die? Why is the flesh so weak? No, I won't sleep. I won't eat. I will study. I won't let the flesh win. Anne-Marie, I guess she'll do. The body's just a machine anyway. I calculate each move with each step she makes. A baby boy, just another cold lump of weak flesh.
Is everyone alright?
Vincent!
He's still breathing. Get him up to the house. Ace, help me with Mancuso. She's still breathing. Well, Mancuso will be fine.
Look at the news, Doctor. They're redefining ecological policies.
Yes. It's finally a beautiful day. Would you like to go for a walk in the woods? Ah, the smell of clean air for a change. Mind you, there's still plenty of work to be done. Ah, Justine, Vincent.
Who's this one?
I'm sorry, we told the kid not to come up here, but he followed us.
It's all right. Brody and I are old friends.
My parents are back at the cabin. We're gonna be here every weekend until Thanksgiving.
Well, you can go anywhere in the woods now. No one will ever bother you.
Hey, we should go check on Mancuso.
Coming, Doctor?
I'm afraid not. Ace and I must be on our way.
I'm sure we'll be back to see you, though.
Right. Well, come on, Vincent.
Goodbye, Doctor.
It's the slingshot you made for me.
So it is.
It's broken now.
Oh, well, not to worry.
Are you sure? It's probably broken for good.
Yes, but it served its purpose. So that's all right. You have been listening to Doctor Who Warhead by Andrew Cartmel, adapted by Jacob Licklider. The Doctor and Calvin were played by Joey Morgan, Ace, Georgia Spencer, Justine, Taya Van Dyke, Vincent Wheaton, Joseph Decker, Matthew O'Hara, Ian Arney, Stephanie, Lilith Williams, Mulwray, Marcus Cotton, Tessa Mancuso, Danni Hanson, Breen, Christine Brillon, Maria Chavez and Mrs. Kielowski, Audrey Lombardo, Bobby Prescott and Guthrie, Brian Corrigan, Mrs. Woodcott, Joelle Witner, Patrick O'Hara, Caleb Hott, Shrila, Lyra Leonhardt, Peterson, Mason Peters, Sean, Jacob Licklider, James McElveen, Bobby Shadow, Jack Blood, Luke Fox, Lewis Christian, Corey Williams, Brody, Connor Mowat. Other parts played by members of the cast. Directed by Joey Morgan, Jacob Licklider, and Corey Williams. Producer, Joey Morgan. Executive producer, Corey Williams. Script editor, Joey Morgan. Sound design, Joey Morgan. Music by Jamie Robertson and various other artists from Big Finish Productions. Cover art by Peter Elson and Joey Morgan. Doctor Who Warhead is a fan-made, non-profit production and is in no way affiliated with the BBC, Big Finish Productions, or the Doctor Who license.